Okay, hello everybody. I'm doing another video, and this one is about what I take when I go into urban travels. They were the majority of the travels I've made, because I've never had travels to do landscape. So what I need, I can call this also gear for street photography. What I use. I'm not advising what I use. I'm not telling that this is the best. Of course, there is many tests, there is many comparisons, there is many people that prefer other cameras, and I don't have nothing to do with that. I have these ones. They are light. I can travel very light, and I can go to a city and I can photograph everything. This is a very small bag, okay? A very small bag, and I have here always two cameras. They were from the same brand, but now are from different brands because I have now three cameras that I can have. But I never take three cameras. I only take two cameras. They are small. So the first one I'm going to show you, it's the Leica Q. Okay, the first generation of Leica Q. I don't see any benefits on the Q2 or monochrome. I like black and white, but I'm not seeing myself doing only black and white. The Q2 is has a very bigger resolution, and so we can have big photos with good resolution, big prints with good resolution. But I don't see any benefit from this one because this is a full frame camera. The resolution, the raw file that I take from this camera is about 40 megapixels. So for me it's enough. I can even crop it something. And for social network, I can even crop the JPEGs that I take from the camera. I always it has only one slot for a card, SD card, and I have two batteries, and they are they have very big lives, so I can go a day and shoot a lot with only one battery. At the end of the day, I charge the battery, and the next day I use it. But I have another one in case that one fails, so I have the other to to substitute. So this is what I have been told always on a camera, what a camera should have. I have done it on the Sonys too, so but in the Sonys I had to program it. Here everything is here. I've got here the aperture of the lens, so we have the maximum aperture of f1.7, so I can shoot in the dark, shoot in the interiors of monuments, of whatever. And when I go to a city, I go light because this is not a very big camera. This button controls the shutter speed, and here the exposition. So everything is on my hand. Everything is here, and I can put manual if I want, or automatic if I want. But I can put manual, and I can change it, change the focal, the space that I want to be in focus. If I want 3 meters or 1.5 meters, it depends. So if I want to infinite, I put it in infinite when I go manual. If I go in automatic, I can still in automatic change the speed and change the exposition, and everything is very mechanical and very near my hands. So the only thing I have here it's this thing. This is for the sun. This is a protector for the sun, but it's in metal. Well, the camera has fallen to the ground several times. Well, I never have problems because this thing here is of metal. You see here the marks, and protect my lens. So this is a fixed lens. I cannot take off this lens and put another. It's 28 millimeters lens, and my zoom are my legs. So if I want something more near, I go near to photograph. This is not a very cheap lens, cheap camera, but it has even a function of macro. Macro only mostly for still life, because if you go near a bug or a small animal, you will run away, because I need to be very close to him. You see, this is only 28 millimeters. Okay, the only thing that I have here, I never put any other protection, but I have here a circular polarizer filter, and that's the only thing that I have. Okay, so this is the camera that has done with me thousands of kilometers, and I have gone to many countries in Europe, and never failed. So I don't advise it. I only say that I'm feeling good with this camera. I feel good with this camera because I got very good photos. I'm going to switch on the camera only for you to see, and I put it in f1.7 to see if she can grab me. Well, maybe not, or maybe yes. Well, yeah, she can grab me, but oh, okay. We are seeing now that I'm here, so you can see. I'm going to take a picture now. You don't see any light here, but she's on. Now I'm going to take a picture. Have you heard the sound? Another time. There is almost no sound when I take a picture. Okay, so it's a very silent camera, and I can do great photography with this camera. I never thought that a small lens like this, which if we go to Leica and look for a 28 millimeters f1.7, it's very expensive. So the camera with this lens is much cheaper. Okay, so it's a way of having a very good lens with a very good camera, and go light to wherever you go. Before the next one I'm going to show you, because everything is in this little bag that I showed you. Before that, I used to take the Leica Deluxe type 109. It's only have a resolution of 12.8 megapixels, so it's not very strong in resolution, very good in resolution, but the photos that she made, that the camera made, are very good. I love the Leica deluxe Leica, because it's very good. And it's very small. It's smaller than the Q camera. I haven't here the camera. It's smaller. It's smaller, and it has a zoom of 24 to 70 millimeters, and the zoom goes from f1.7 to the maximum of f2.8. Have you ever seen a zoom that goes from f1.7 to f1.8 to 2.8? It's very difficult. It's a very good lens. In the terminology of Leica, it's a semilux, like this one of the Leica Q. A semilux are the expensive lenses of Leica. So it's to a semilux, but a zoom, with a zoom. And it's more small, with a big pocket and a big jacket. I can take it and I can go. But the battery are not as good as these of the Leica Q. So I always have two batteries to work with them. I will never sell these cameras. And the next one too. The next one has an advantage. It's an APS-C. It's very small. It's this one. It's a Ricoh GR3. It doesn't have an EVF. It's only the LCD in the back. Okay, but with one hand only, I can operate the camera. Why? Because I have programmed the ISO for automatic or for 100, it depends, but normally it's in automatic, and I only move here this wheel here in the back. This will change the aperture, and this wheel here will change the speed. Okay, so I'm going to put it on to see if I'm, yes, this one, no, it's the contrary. This one moves the shutter speed, and this one in the front moves the aperture. I'm going to put it 2.8. If the other didn't see me, this one also. This is the when it opens, when I turn on the camera, it opens here. Okay, this is an APS-C. In full frame, it's also a 28 millimeters. So I have two 28 millimeters, and that's when I do street photography, and when we have a scenery and you cannot see the people. That's why, because I use usually these cameras, and they have 28 millimeters. And the deluxe has even focal distance smaller, 24 millimeters, the minimum. So, but the sensor is only it's smaller than this APS-C. This APS-C has very good images, is very good, and as you see, you don't hear nothing too. Well, I'm going to take a picture with this now. You see, it's very quiet, and this goes to a pocket of a shirt. It's almost like a phone. Because of these two cameras, in the bag, I also have an adapter for the Ricoh. The Ricoh, it's a brand from Pentax, I think. This is the Nisi filters adapter to this camera. I put this here, and I adapt here the Nisi filters. Okay, in the Ricoh. But because the Nisi filters are very small, so small that I put it in. They are here, and the good thing is that as this this camera has a 49 millimeters diameter. It's the same of the Leica Q. So with these cameras, I can do with both, using the same filters, I can do long expositions. As you can see, even landscapes with 28 millimeters and long expositions, only thing I need here is a small tripod. Yes, I have it too, but maybe it doesn't fit here. I never take a tripod. I never have done that. Sometimes when I need to do long expositions, I put this on a rock or in a place where I can do the long expositions. I put a delay of 2 seconds or 5 seconds, and then the picture is done. So these are my little big companies, for urban travel that I made till now. So these are the cameras. You don't have to have this. You can use your camera. But of course, if I take the Sony, I will have to take a bigger bag. Okay? Even to have all of these, I will have. In the same bag, I have a small flash, that I can use. This flash has also a LED for video if I want, and it can detach from this part, and I can put it in another place, and putting the light where I want, because this part will be attached to the camera and this part will go to other place. This is a flash Q20 and 2. Q22. This is the brand, and it's so small that I take it in this small bag too. So as you see, I have here two cameras, the Nisi filters for long expositions, and even a flash. Okay, everything in the same bag, and the batteries and the chargers. Okay, everything is on this bag. Okay. The deluxe type 109. I'm substitute. I have replaced it with the Ricoh to try, but I really like the Ricoh images. They are very good. They have a better resolution, a much better resolution. I don't know if it's 24 or 26 megapixel. But the images are so good that, and it's very quickly, and both cameras are very popular among street photographers. Of course, when I'm going to a city, a new city, abroad or not, when I go and I take these two cameras, they are enough for me. Okay, because I can do monuments, street, and it's street photography. This is the gear for street photography. You don't need more for street photography. 28 millimeters, it's a very good focal distance. So you don't have to. Some use 35 millimeters, some use 50, and some use 85 millimeters. I don't think bigger than this, with more focal distance, we will have good street photographies. But with these focal distances, we are ready to do street photography, monuments photography, the photography of the streets, of the people, of the movement of a city. I like to see that in a city. And this small bag doesn't call attention because it's very small, and I can take it everywhere. And these are the two cameras that I use. The Deluxe 109 is now replaced with the Deluxe 7. Deluxe 7. It's not very expensive. It's not cheap, but it's not very expensive. considering that it's a Leica, and you can do street photography with that, and as a better resolution of the one I have. But I'm not going to change it. I have good photographs. And to say one thing, the Deluxe 109, the Deluxe 109, it's the only camera that I put in black and white, and I take photos in black and white. Okay, not in color. Of course, if I take the raw is in color, but the JPEG is in black and white. And one thing, they are the best black and white photos that I can do. Not in the Leica Q, I don't do that. In the Leica Q, I don't like very much, but the Deluxe can do that. That's why I love that camera. It's a very small camera. It films in 4K. I don't know the specs because I'm not a videographer. I'm not very good in videography. But I know that a big brand, Versace, has done films, the publicity with the Deluxe type 109. That's true. It's a very small camera and has done such important job for a big brand of clothing, of fashion, and it was that camera. But I'm not leaving them because I'm not going to spend money in things that I don't get much better results. I've seen already the Deluxe 7, but who hasn't this and wants a Deluxe with a zoom, the Deluxe 7 is a good choice. A good choice. I don't know the price. I think it's 1,000 and something of 1,000 or 1,100 euros or 1,100 or 1,200 euros. It's not very expensive because you have a 24 to 70 or 75, I don't know, I don't remember, and with a good resolution, and it does a lot of things. It can do a lot of things. It does. That camera does stack photos. They mix the photos, and it's very nice to work with that camera. But especially, it's very discreet. It's very nice to have in the hand because they are all of metal. They all feel good in the hand for me, and but they are sturdy. I think they are very resistant. But they are small. They are small. I can put all in. But if I have a big pocket in my coat, I can take even the Leica Q in the pocket. There are coats for that. There are coats for photography that have large pockets for precisely for this or for lenses or etc. But with this bag, I only take these two, and these two or the other two, or like a Deluxe enters here or not. These are really the ones that I use for street photography, and I've told you what we can do in what gear for street photography. It's the most simple gear for to use it's street photography. But here I have also the possibility to do landscape photography, to do long expositions, to have flash or a light. I don't use flash as usually is used in most cameras. I use with continuous LED light, like a video, okay? Like a video, but I like to illuminate the way I want, the side I want, and then I take the photo. That's the way I use the flashes. Okay, the flashes or other lights. I don't need always flashes. Okay, so that's all for today. This was a video about my little big companies. Little because they are little, and they are light. Big because they are great for me, of course, and companies, because I go everywhere with this bag, because it's very light, very easy to have this bag with me when I go travel in a plane or wherever. This is like a bag to. This is very light with the two cameras in, and I really enjoy it. So I hope you have liked it. I hope these are only suggestions. This is only my taste, as I told you. The brands should never be the most important things, but I told also that I would talk about the brands that I use. I have nothing. Leica or Ricoh didn't ask me to do this video. They didn't. I have no compensation for that. I'm saying, well, they both the three cameras have only one defect, one problem. It's the LCD screen. The LCD screen isn't is fixed, so I cannot turn it to wherever. I cannot do vlogging or something like that. I don't know what I'm shooting if I don't look to the LCD or the EVF. Okay, the Ricoh has no EVF, but it's not true. As an EVF, but the EVF it's an extra cost. I've tried with the LCD, and I'm used now to the LCD. I'm trying the camera, but the simple thing that I can move everything with only these two fingers, well, it's impressive, because I don't move the ISO, as I told you in another video, and I have the shutter speed and the aperture of the lens in my hand. In the Leica too. The other Leica is the same. All controls are in our fingers. So we don't have to go to menus, to complicated menus, and change whatever. So these are the simplest things that make me loving these cameras. Okay, that's all. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, to ring the bell to be advised for new videos. And thank you for watching me. And comment if you want. Tell what you have to say. Don't be afraid. It's free to comment. Okay. Okay. Good night.